this week we are doing Best Multiplayer, a very large and broad award. This is not co-op games, so like for instance, Payday 2 is not eligible for this. Borderlands 2, although it didn't come out this year, those types of games not really eligible for this award. And Fuck You Brandon is now added to the document as a game. I don't
That is
know
the
if
winner.
that game came
Congratulations.
out this year.
He's destroying our fun and reformatting the document, and he keeps changing it because he's ADD. God damn it.
So let me start. We're going to run down the list. So what we do is we make a first round of cuts, and then we have our nominees, and then we pick a winner from that. So here comes the font changes. Brandon
Here
is
it comes. It's already happened.
Brandon
How did you
is
make
so
a guy
mad.
so of that? What the fuck?
Brandon is so mad.
I was prepared.
So first of all on this list, and I don't think, unless someone here has a really great argument to remove this, Battlefield 4.
It's staying.
It's staying, yeah.
No, that's staying.
It's staying. This next one,
Nope. Get rid of
Call
it.
Remove.
of Duty
No,
Ghosts.
No.
It's fucking
Get
terrible.
rid of it.
Who put that on there?
It can take
I'm
the
just-
title for the nicest coat of hair on a dog, though.
Yeah,
How about that?
True.
confirmed.
That's another
we're
title?
not even doing. We're not even doing an unofficial award for that one. Like I refuse.
No, it doesn't even deserve it.
Best game where the fish move out of the way.
Hey, one of their devs tweeted me and said that they're working on the issues, though, so there's a hope. Except
Yeah.
there's no hope at all.
There's no
because
hope at all.
Screw you guys.
Yep. There's
Hope's
no
been
hope
dead
at all.
since Modern Warfare 3.
And it dangles on a string as well.
This next one, Jesus.
Like
Was it
slow
slow
spinning
spinning?
redemption, John, would you say?
Yeah,
Winding
probably.
in and winding out.
You guys should just
The
let
shine
me
of it
play.
has caught my eye.
I wonder how many of the little red phones I can click on until it's just me left on the round table. This next one is Skullgirls. Now, this is a fighting game, obviously,
Yeah,
but
then-
it's
okay,
probably...
no one cares about it. Cross it out.
Wow, dude. It's probably the best fighting game on PC if you're looking for one to play.
Yeah,
Probably
man.
also one of the best ones to play online because of
Yeah.
how it's coded.
Yeah, the netcode is amazing. They're constantly doing beta tests on the PC version. Actually, they just got screwed completely. I don't know if anyone heard about this, but Konami has filed suit and gotten Skullgirls removed from PSN and Xbox Live.
Yeah, I saw it
Wow.
today.
It will be removed as of Tuesday the 17th. I think you're muted, Blacklight. But
Why would they do that?
well, Konami was the publisher, and then
Yeah, they
allowed
co-published
them,
it with
and
Autumn,
then
right?
let them out of the contract. So now it's just another publisher, but now they're filing suit and getting it removed. So they're sticking with the
Scummy as
PC
fuck.
version as far as. But it is. I wanted to mention this game as we've also used these as a platform to mention good games. It's a great game. It's probably not going to win this or even become a nominee. It's a great game, though, if you like fighting games. It has an amazing tutorial to help get you into it. And the online is probably the best in a fighting game, at least that I've seen.
Did they add a mode where you can observe a match like in Street Fighter 4?
Yes,
Okay.
that mode has been
Okay.
added. It doesn't work too well yet, but yeah. So I think we could cross this off, but I wanted to highlight Skullgirls. I don't think it's going to compete though in this category. I'll just kill the next one too. I don't even know why I put that on there. We're not even going to talk about it. I can't even get this
Yeah.
shit to
How
run.
about you never talk about fighting games ever again on this podcast? You
Oh,
fucking
man.
loser.
Jesus.
Wow.
Brandon, are we really
That's
killing
aggressive.
Hearthstone? Because it's not released?
It isn't out. I mean,
All right.
it's not even an open beta.
Okay.
I think we have to, right? Unless
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah,
put
it's not.
games
I think
like
you can
League of
make-
Legends
I mean,
and other,
if it was,
you know,
True.
if it's since it's a free-to-play game, if it was an open beta, like I feel like that would be.
Right.
That's about
Eligible.
It was an
but
open beta.
It's
but
closed
not.
beta, so
Yeah.
nah.
So this next game, I think, is going to make the final cut, boys. What do you say? Dota 2.
Real strong.
Dota 2.
I have no
Yeah.
strong opinion.
It
There's-
did release this year, for those that don't know.
Officially,
it did
yes.
release in 2013.
Yeah, July 9th, right?
So Dota 2 definitely makes the cut here. We have an interesting here. Just Cause 2. What say
Multiplayer.
you, gentlemen? It is out
Not
this
not
year.
released yet.
It's
It's
out in
not
5
released yet,
days.
though.
It's out in 5
Still
but
not
it's not
released
out
yet.
at all.
We're giving out the award now, and it's not
Yeah.
released yet.
True.
I don't know
Yeah,
that we
well-
can we really count mods.
That's
That-
true.
yeah,
it's not a
it's
whole
not-
game.
This isn't a game that was made by like a developer.
Yeah.
This is a game that like three dudes are like, hey, let's just do this shit, and then they did it.
They already won
it's
Mod
not
of the
out.
Year.
Yeah.
They won Mod of the Year. We're gonna monetize that later.
They won
Everyone
that.
turn off ad block
Alright,
and click on that
so-
link later.
Apparently, Just Cause 2 multiplayer does not count. There you go. All right,
I don't see how it's
Chez,
good.
do you have an argument for me for Arma 3 staying on this list?
I don't. The unfortunate thing about ARMA titles in general is it always takes them more than a year to tune it to the point where it's would even be competitive. So you can just cross that off. It
It
just
doesn't have to be competitive. It just has to be.
Yeah.
to compete in this
Here
fucking
comes
Oh,
Rohan
round
out of
No.
the woodwork.
It
Compared
can't
to
it
the other
can't be in
games, I
this.
see. I
See what happens
Rohan
is if you
is
say
not
Arma
winning.
3, he's summoned. He
Rohan, you can
apparates.
just leave the stream now. It's not even as have a snowball's chance now. We're done.
Poor Rohan.
Also, Arma has a very high learning curve.
Also really
Yeah,
bad.
don't get me
think
wrong.
that's- don't
I
think that's a
really
problem,
do
though.
enjoy the game, but it's just not going to compete with these other titles here. It takes too long. Next year it'll be, I can promise you, it'll be in a much better shape than it has been if you look at kind of how it was over the entire year. Not just where it's at now, but think about when it launched with those new maps. It was unplayable. 7 FPS is not playable, so yeah, you can just scratch that.
So, Arma 3, not going to cut it. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, the closest thing to Mario Kart we have outside
I say yes.
of... it
See, I
is-
think that one stays. I think it's different enough, and it's enough fun in a party that it could be a
it
contender.
is extremely fun.
I can say it's some of the most fun I've had this year on a PC, was playing that both online with people, and then I had some friends over when we played it, and it brought me back to the Nintendo 64 days of sitting around on a couch playing games.
So should
So-
it make the first round of cuts, though?
Yes.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Nick Fenton
I haven't-
says that. What,
I
Black
have
Hole?
it and have not played it, so
Oh man, you should definitely play it.
I don't play
It's
video
fun.
games.
It's fun.
I dedicate my life to Final Fantasy VII. It's not a video game anymore.
I'm a fucking
said
nerd. I don't
that.
play video
It-
games.
It makes the cut because it's something that nobody's been able to do well on PC,
That's true.
and
Yeah.
they just show up with this game this year, and tons of people embrace it. I think when it launched, nobody really gave it even a look,
Yeah.
and
No,
then people started playing it, and now everybody realizes like, hey, this is
Yeah.
good.
Well, here's the thing, especially it's a Sonic game. Like, there hasn't been a good Sonic game in like 20 years, so...
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
think
not
it was the only game I
traditional
paid full
Sonic game.
price for too this year.
Blacklight just added Chocobo Racing for the PlayStation 1. I'm pretty sure it was Blacklight. It had
Yeah, that
to
was
be.
me actually.
Oh, I added it. Chocobo Racing. That's a great game.
I remember that
Jesus
game.
Should be
Christ.
nominated.
I remember seeing it at Blockbuster. I never got to play it myself.
God
Oh, I own
damn
that
it.
game. It's fantastic.
Remember
Alright.
Blockbuster?
All right, Chocobo Racing makes it to the second round.
Chocobo Racing makes the
On the
cut.
PlayStation 1.
Just
Uh,
PlayStation.
Starbound is not on the list. Is Starbound actually technically out, or is it early access?
It's early access.
It is early access.
Okay,
yeah.
then it
It's
doesn't-
really good, though. It is fun.
So this next game is on here and is a great game, Path of Exile. Is it multiplayer though, or is it co-op? You're not PvP.
Is
in
there
this game.
Was there a
is
difference?
PvP?
Yes, there is a difference.
Yes.
I mean, okay.
Because Payday 2 doesn't make it on this list.
That's fair. Well, isn't there that new arena mode that they just added in where there's a PvP?
Yeah, but that's not the focus
I don't.
of that.
I don't think
Yeah.
Diablo 3 would make this list, so I don't
That's
think
fair.
Path of Exile can make
However,
this list.
Path of Exile will be
Oh.
on the best co-op list.
Okay. That's
Well,
yeah.
there you
That's
go.
fair.
So
I didn't know we were differentiating, or I wouldn't.
yeah.
have got it.
No, that's fine. It's a great game though. People should
Yeah.
check it out.
Best
For
tech
free.
tree in
Oh.
the history of ever.
All right, this next game, Dive Kick.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%.
Absolutely.
Of course.
It's fighting
pretty
games for
easy.
dummies and extremely fun. I think we have to keep some Dive Kick on here.
I don't know if you could call it easy. It has
Well-
easy controls, but it goes deep.
It goes real
That's
deep.
Deeper than
why it's so
anyone ever
good.
thought.
I've got some easy controls, and I do go deep. Just kidding. I'm extremely short. So there's no deep.
Short and shallow.
It's all
Short
girth.
and shallow.
He's like a
100%.
soup
I do have
can
easy
down there.
controls, but I can go shallow.
He couldn't even make it through the entire joke without correcting himself.
So Dive Kick releasing on everything this year, but PC included, makes it through the first round. 4 games so far. Now this next game I put on here, not that anyone plays it, it's dead as fuck now, but I played a lot of
Multiplayer on
hours.
Crisis 3 is good as
Is
fuck.
in the beta or alpha? Which one
No,
was
the
it?
Crazy 3 multiplayer is really good.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
it's a
damn
bummer that it's
good.
dead. It's fun, but it's just a dead game.
Yeah, it is
Multiplayer
dead.
is good. I played it a good amount of time when it first came out. I played it for quite a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Beyond Predator mode, is that what it was called? Predator mode? I don't know that it... Do we think it makes it through this round?
Yeah, look at who it's competing against. Does it
No,
compare?
it's never
If
going to
it
win.
still
so
had
just cross it
players,
out.
if there were still people playing it, it would be a better consideration. But there just aren't. There's no one playing.
It won't win. It was good, but it's not gonna win.
Great ideas,
It was a surprise. I just
Yeah.
don't know how good it was.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
It
It was surprisingly not shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, Crytek with some really good ideas in there, and they should make a fully fleshed out multiplayer because nobody gives a shit about Crysis single player. No, seriously, like
Yeah.
nobody
Sure.
gives a shit about the multiplayer at this point because it's dead. It's a tech demo game, right? Like we know that. That's what Crysis
Yeah,
does.
they're just like
But-
id. They make
like-
great tech demos.
Why? No one cares about the single player story of Crysis. Nobody.
I don't care about the single player story in any game. So,
I know
yeah,
you don't.
Definitely
Yeah,
doesn't make
that's
it.
why that's why you're here.
Yeah.
This next game, once again, fun has been a big thing with Dive Kick and Sonic. Also, Battlefield 4, fun game.
Is that the point of a video game to have
Yeah.
fun?
So,
No.
and multiplayer.
Not at all. Go
Still
play
win.
Counter Strike. Go play
Still
Counter
win.
Strike.
Go
and
play
tell me how much fun you
CS:GO.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell
told
me how
you
much
that.
fun you have in that.
This next game is all about the fun. Trials Evolution, which obviously has a big single player, did come out for PC this year, an older game, but came out for PC this year. My complaint about this game, despite being
it doesn't-
very fun,
Is it
Multiplayer-
impossible to play with someone?
Multiplayer barely
it's
fucking works.
so hard to play with other people. Ubisoft.
It barely works.
Fuck.
Get it
Cross
off.
it off. Doesn't
Yeah,
count.
it-
Cross it out.
I think even if it
Stands
did
no
work,
chance.
it still wouldn't make the list, honestly, compared to what it's going against. So,
Right.
Trials is good, but goddamn, you play. Oh my god.
God damn it!
Shaq.
Wow.
Shaq Fu. Shaq Fu. You're still, Flanlord, you still do compete against the other players in the multiplayer. So you are on different tracks, but you are competing time-wise against the
Yeah,
other
when-
players. So it is multiplayer.
At the end of
still head to
the
head, yeah.
objective, if you win, both players don't win. One person wins. Versus Path of Exile, if you both complete an objective, you both win.
I just love this Shaq Fu cover because it says
Did
Great
Mark just
cover.
break down what
he did. He did just
multiplayer?
break
What
down
the difference
what
between
multi-
Well,
competitive?
apparently some people don't know the
and
difference
cooperative
between
multiplayer?
co-op and multiplayer.
You
so
see,
I'm
guys.
breaking
You see,
it
guys.
down.
All right. You see the guy over there? He's not your friend. You gotta like do the thing that makes you win the game. See, that's what we're talking about. But like when you see another guy and he's like he is your friend, like that's co-op, man. Like that's the
Well-
you guys. Do you feel me?
The
on
easiest
this
way to
one?
explain it is if we're calling it multiplayer, then you're looking at the other guy like Shaq is looking at you on this Shaq.
Yeah, like he's gonna
He's real
fuck
mad.
you up, gonna give you the
and
three
you're
finger.
and you're thinking in your head like, yeah, I am the enforcer of
He's
justice.
the
Look at those
enforcer of
fingers.
Like,
justice.
claw
Yeah,
thing.
what the fuck is
He's about to
this
stick those
enforcer of
fingers in your
justice?
asshole.
If I ever meet Shaq, I'm gonna ask him what
I hope
style,
not
what,
in the way that it
what
looks like
martial
that.
arts style
Please, just like
has a fighting stance like this.
Is
Where
it me
he's
or
like,
his
on one hand,
fingernails
he's like, I'm gonna
really
backhand
long?
you like a pimp. On the other one, he's like, I'm a Tyrannosaurus.
Like if
Like-
Shrek's gonna stick his fingers in my butt, please don't have that hand like make it slender, please. Shrek.
He's gonna stick him in a slender, then he's gonna separate
He's gonna
them to
palm
that.
that ass, dude. He's
Yeah.
gonna palm that
Of
ass.
all of the
all,
people
like-
I don't want sticking their finger in me, I think Shaq is pretty high up on the list. I think he's got huge hands.
Oh, Shaquille, dribble me like your basketball.
His fingers individually are probably bigger than any of our dicks. Pick any of our
His-
dicks.
his
Each
fingers
one of his
are
fingers
actually-
is larger than our
His
dicks.
fingers are actually taller than Dan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they very well
That's true.
might be.
Shaq is like the polar opposite of Nick Fenton
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
every way, especially in the
Exactly.
hands department.
So
Especially.
Except I can just
Hex.
I'll fuck him up on the b-ball court, you know.
That's true.
Hex was Risk of Rain another co-op mistake? Because you don't play against
Yeah.
each other, do you?
Yes, I
Okay.
honestly did not realize that we were.
I didn't know if you played against
differentiating,
each other.
but no, it's a co-op game. Yeah.
Okay. So this next game probably is the
I'm gonna fucking
real
kill you.
winner of this
Move it.
award. NASCAR.
No, I think we keep it.
NASCAR the game 2013.
I'm going to kill you. Apparently, is the
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Probably the best. Oh my god! I
Whoa.
can't even read that on the
This
podcast.
just took a dark turn.
Jesus.
Fixed.
NASCAR
Fixed.
doesn't win, and that's true. Yeah, Smite's not out, so it can't win.
Yeah.
It's
might-
open. It's open, but it didn't go into open beta this
Yeah,
year.
it didn't go open to beta in 2013. So.
March 14th, 2014, I believe is when it.
I would
comes
say
out.
it's a
But-
Yes,
contender
it comes.
for next year.
It releases next year.
It'll be a contender next year, but not this year.
So,
Yep.
what an odd selection. Last year we had all shooters in this category left.
You.
This year,
Now we have all like 4 different genres.
yeah,
that's
this-
good.
We have 4 different genres. We have in the final 4 here: Battlefield 4, Dota 2. Those would be the juggernauts in the category. Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, and Diver Kick. So, I guess we can go around. My vote. Oh God, this is tough.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
My vote is probably Battlefield 4,
What a
simply
shock.
because of my personal experience. Yeah, but you can't. This is an award. This is like.
I gotta say BF4.
I would say
I'm going-
BF4 too.
I'm going BF4.
It's like the only one I've
played
played
Dota
like a
enough.
bit.
See,
I'm not
Here's
saying
the thing
BF4
with me.
because netcode and bugs. That's
I
why
say
I'm going
Dota
against
2
it.
is somebody who barely ever plays Dota 2. I still have to give it to Dota 2 because Battlefield, as much fun as it is in a really shitty state. It's just not a good experience. It's not a good game right now. It's a fun game. It's not a good game. Dota is a good game, and I barely even play Dota. So
I would have to agree. It needs to be pretty polished to compete against Dota 2, and I'd never played Dota 2. So
I just think Dota 2 you have to give a lot of credit to, even though I'm still voting for Battlefield 4. It is probably the most played game on PC, besides League. But League's not.
China. It's probably more played than League because it's huge in China, like beyond huge.
But I was going to say League, the reason League is not on here, for those who don't get it, didn't come out in 2013. So, Dota 2
I like
did.
what Tim had to say in chat. I would say BF4 because the community's playing games together. We all play that game.
We
and
haven't
play it
done
with
that
the
in such a
community.
long time either. That was like,
True.
I think of Black Ops 1. That was the one time where we all sat down at like the same time at night to play the game.
We
And
did it with
BF4 is
DayZ
on
for a
there.
little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
We're gonna
I
do that
really
again
want to
with
say
standalone.
Dive Kick, but
Yep.
Dive Kick, if you try to play it just at any random time, there's a good chance you're going to spend 20 minutes trying to find a game. Like, there's not a lot of people playing it online unless you play ranked. So unless you set the match up, I don't think it...
Yeah, dive kick can be a ton of fun. It's weird because all of these sort of, I feel like they qualify for best multiplayer for different reasons. And dive kick is one of those where like it's fun. It's really fun as a multiplayer game if you have other friends that play it and you can
Right.
set up brackets and kind of do like we did for Extra Life. That can be a lot of fun. But if you're just queuing up for a dive kick game, like and playing against random people, I mean, it wouldn't even qualify.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I
What
think
is happening in this document?
this document's going ham right now, but I think. What about Scott? What are you saying?
I've been swayed to Dota because of the bug arguments in BF4, so I'll go Dota 2 on this.
So we've got what? God, we've got 9 people here.
I say Battlefield 4.
Going Battlefield 4. I vote with my time in game.
Fenton?
In terms of
See, and I've played-
in terms of balance and like just being like a very solid multiplayer experience all around, I just want to go with Dota 2. But like the kid in me is like dive kick, it's fucking dive kick. No, I also kind of feel that way with Sonic as well. Just like it's fucking stupid and hilarious. Dota 2, I think for me.
Like Dota 2. Nick and Pooch.
the most fun I've had out of the 4 games is probably Sonic, with maybe BF4 and Dive Kick around a tie just because of the LAN. And I think BF4 can't win just because, like, there was a review that they lowered the score on it because of all the crashes and stuff. That's
Yeah, Polygon knocked it down like 4 points just for
I
how
mean,
bad
that
it was.
that in itself says a lot. So, for
To-
something to win multiplayer of the year, I think it should be a lot more polished than it is, and right now it's not there. It might be there in a week or
I'm
two.
gonna put this out there though. After the last patch, I haven't crashed once. Just putting that out
I
there.
played yesterday and I crashed between every map, so
Yeah.
it's hard for me because for multiplayer I feel like bugs maybe don't enter into the argument as much. Because like that for a game of the year thing, that's definitely a consideration.
When they
I wanna
hinder
s-
the experience significantly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
small
No,
bugs don't matter.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I think that's as much as I want to say that doesn't matter, my experience in Battlefield 4 has been really hindered by the fact that there are that many bugs and crashing to desktop every time. But I've switched maps and all of that. Like it could, I think, if Battlefield 4 was a polished game upon release, it would get my vote because it is a lot of fun, and I love that it's brought a lot of the community together. And playing in a squad is a ton of fun. But when you look at Dota 2 and the state that it's in, and just the polish and everything on it, I don't even play much Dota 2. But I think Dota 2 would be my vote.
When Dota 2 quote unquote released, like pretty much flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the server
I guess
infrastructure was good.
That's the advantage that games like that have, right? Dota 2 has been out for a while, and their official release was really just a formality. But that's
what could have helped
free-to-play games on this list.
You know what could have helped Battlefield 4 with all their bugs and problems? Having a beta that isn't a month before release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I can't hear you. Can you speak up?
Having a beta that's not just a month before release.
Thank you. Please don't whisper.
As much fun as I've had with Battlefield 4,
It's
as
a
much
demo.
fun as I've had with Battlefield 4, I can't reward them for what is still a pretty broken game.
All right, so that's... What about John? John, I think, is Dota 2.
Yeah, Dota 2. Absolutely.
Blacklight?
As much.
Battlefield 4.
Scott?
Dota 2.
All right, well...
I wasn't keeping track. So.
Yeah, I know I was, so it's good. By a narrow margin, 5-4, Dota 2.
Wow.
Mm.
GG, though. It's a great game. Not going to knock it.
No, it's actually trash. Haha.
All right, I'm gonna go play
And the
with my
troll of all
master Dota
time,
2.
Nick Fenn actually hates Dota 2 more than any other game in existence.
Dota 2 did release this year, for people in chat saying it didn't. It officially released in, I believe, July. So,
Yeah.
So get fucked. Fuck the fans. You don't
Yep.
know shit.
yeah.
Get learned, bitch.
No, I am a little crushed, Crit Whale, because Battlefield 4, no game has grabbed me like that in a very long time. I don't
Me either,
crash that
but
often.
it's still broken.
Yeah.
Again, I've had a lot of fun with it, and there's nothing more satisfying than sniping a pilot out of his helicopter. And I've done that twice, but it sucks when you crash right after that when it changes the map. So,
Yeah, so I don't even play Dota 2. I don't particularly like Dota 2, but I don't like if it wins. It's a solid game.
It
Millions
deserves
of
the
people
win.
play it. Yeah, it's a
deserves
good
the win.
game. It's just not my game of choice.
Yep. So,
Not mine either, but
Yep.
I'm a gamer first, and I got to appreciate when people do it right.
Yep. And so there you go. Dota 2 wins. Best multiplayer game of 2013 on the PC. Let me write these down so we have them all. I liked the variety we had, though. I was not expecting
good, yeah.
Sonic
Yeah.
to make it to the last cut.
Yeah.
Sonic has to be Surprise of the Year. I don't know if we have a category for that. but-
It's surprisingly
Unofficial award for most surprising game goes to Sonic All-Star.
all right. Cue the
I don't know if we're gonna
spoiler.
do that. What about
And
Dive
we're
Kick?
out.
Because that was a huge surprise too.
I
I
wasn't
wasn't
really
surprised.
surprised.
I wasn't
by
They already
surprised.
gave the award away. I'm sorry, Dive Kick does
Damn
not win.
Jesus.
Dive Kick wins the award for best self-referential game of the year.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
And the award for second most surprising game of the year goes to Dive Kick.
It gets silver.
Hey, look, stream. The
the
game
chat
I
is
wanted
butthurt
didn't
right
win.
now.
Yeah, chat is mad. Chat is mad. Dota 2 game of the
They're
year.
all
I
playing
don't.
Battlefield.
They should
I
be
don't-
mad. They're a bunch of fat, sweaty nerds. So they should be mad. On a fucking Sunday night when they off school tomorrow, they're in here watching us. 422, you fat
Hey,
nerds.
Well, it's 421 now that you insulted.
Yep. Now that I'm insulting. Get mad. You should be mad.
Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna
I'm
take...
so happy now because I even got Scott on, like, not even to play Dota, but just to, like, acknowledge Dota. No, it's like, this is his tiny moment of superiority. He's doing it.